Yo guys, that's the servers back online. So I was doing a live stream where it was called, Gran Turismo 7 broken again, laugh out loud. Are the servers down? So clearly the servers are back up now. But that's what happened. I was they deleted that live stream. So they didn't delete it. They stopped the live stream. Because obviously the game's back online now, so that wasn't me that stopped the previous live stream. They stopped it. So yeah, there was a guy called AMS Kung Pao, that was saying he's on for a record, the world record for a tuned production car for Nordschleife. I think it was 5, like a low 5 minutes he was aiming for, and then the game cut out on him, so he had to stop that. Well, he didn't have to stop it. I mean, it was just completely lost, the poor guy. So I'm going to see what I can do in the Nordschleife. So, oh wait, hold on. I just need to. Somebody commented there, but I have to pull it up. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, offline. Yeah, they're back online now. Yeah, so maybe they were back online when you said that, but it took a while for it to get to Scotland. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, when the game came back online, it stopped. I never stopped that. I never stopped that last live stream. They stopped it, so it came up. Broadcast stopped. And now I'm having to make a new one. So just to let you know, that wasn't me. But yeah, that was well spotted offline. You like, obviously when you said they were back online, you were clearly correct. They just weren't back online in Scotland. So there was a slight delay there. But that's good though, because I thought that was going to be a whole. I thought it was going to be like last time, almost 2 days of no Gran Turismo and no explanation. So it'll be interesting to see, what caused this one. If they're going to tell us or what. So obviously I've got the car still in my garage. So the first time the game broke, like over a year ago, there was a chance that we were going to lose all of our safe data. So so obviously this time, I was thinking hopefully it's not the same thing, but so clearly it isn't. I've still got all of my cars. Right, so Nissan. Yeah, I don't know if AMS, I don't know if you're still in here, AMS. Hold on a second. Where is my Nismo? There it is, 17. Oh wait, hold on, it is modified. Yeah, I don't think there's a tune in it though. Yo, Shirality, yeah, I never stopped that live stream, Shirality. They stopped it. So it just came up on my screen, broadcast stopped. Oh, AMS is saying you may need to get that engine overhauled in that Tomahawk, laugh out loud. Yeah, well, it's actually an experiment, Kung Pao, because I want to see if the engine's going to break. So basically I got tired of, so that's my daily car. So like I log on, I take the Tomahawk round the special stage route 10, route X, and then so I was like tired of always having to replace the oil in it and always repair it. So it's like, I wonder what's going to happen if I don't do it. So it's an experiment, AMS. I'm going to see what happens when you just completely neglect the car, because I think I've got 10,000 miles in that car. Wait, hold on, how many miles have I got? I've got 12,600 miles in that car, and I stopped changing the oil a long time ago. So I want to see what happens when when this all gets completely broken. So this car's an experiment. But yeah, I do have a Nismo GTR, but I haven't driven it. It's got 0 miles on it. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. Manual adjustment. Well, I've not driven the car before, so we'll do some testing. Yo, hi there, Angela. Yeah, Shirley saying Gran Turismo 7's back online. Yep. So it's actually a good thing. So I thought it was going to be another one of those. It's going to be down for 2 days, and we're not going to get an explanation, for what happened. So hopefully it stays online. And yes, I do slate this game a lot, because the reason I give this game such a hard time is because I remember how good this game was back in the 90s and how far it's falling. I mean, this game was meant to be going back to Gran Turismo 1. So the only reason I give this game such a hard time is because I love the game, and it's like I want the game to improve, and that's never going to happen unless us customers, basically tell them everything that's wrong with the game. But the game's fantastic. In other ways, like for example, like what EMS and I are doing here is fantastic. Taking like how fast can you get a production car around the ring? It's incredible in so many ways, but it's really bad in other ways. Like, you can't play the game offline. We don't have access to these paint jobs offline, for example. Thomas is saying mine is glitched. Yeah, I would suggest turning your PlayStation back off again, Thomas. Pull the power cord out for about 5 minutes, and do the same with your router. Just do a hard reset and everything, and hopefully it comes back working again. Shirality saying, I do love the artisticness of the game. Yeah, absolutely, Shirality. It's that's a good thing. Like when I had that popular live stream about a year ago, having debates like with people like Shirality, where so you got somebody very level-headed, and it's like, well, it's basically like checks and balances. So like when I was like destroying the game, when I was trying to destroy the game, it was because I loved the game and I wanted to improve, and for all of these ridiculous crap that they're doing to us. I mean, even today the roulette system's still glitched. But Shirality was there saying, yeah, but the painting's amazing, the graphics is amazing, this is amazing, that's amazing. So it's good to have a debate where you have somebody like Shirality playing devil's advocate. It's like, okay, there's all of this bad stuff about the game, but there's also this great stuff about the game. But in order to get rid of the bad stuff, we have to raise our voices. We have to, like, not raise our voices, I mean in shouting, but we have to make ourselves heard, for them to improve the game. Yeah, I'll take this round, AMS. I mean, I'm a bit rusty, to be honest, but we'll see what I can do here. AMS is saying, I did 50 laps of Route X, and the car has 58 less horsepower and goes 4 miles per hour by the end of the race. And after I restored the wear, I permanently lose 6 horsepower. So AMS is saying that you don't really break the engine; you just lose horsepower. Yeah. So I think I've lost a lot more than 58 horsepower. In fact, I'll test to see how much I've got. Right, so that's 2,418. I think I've lost over 100 horsepower. Does that car not have over 2,500 horsepower? Oh, well, that's great. The game's come back online. So, as I said, there's a lot of bad stuff about this game, but there's a lot of great stuff about it as well. Hence, you know, I wouldn't even be discussing it if it wasn't the case. Right, what's the Tomahawk's power? Yeah, 2,586. You know, so I've lost over 100 horsepower. You know, it's about 170, 160 horsepower I've lost out of mine. But I just want to, you know, as I said, that car's an experiment. I want to see what happens when everything goes red. You know, I want to see what happens when the car's in its worst possible form. I'm just putting the light on there. It's getting a little bit dark. The sun's starting to go down. Yeah, talking about roulette tickets, let's see what crap. Like, I always get the lowest thing here. It's like once in a blue moon you get something good. So, right, there's £2 there, is there? There's £5 there, guaranteed I get that £5. There you go, see? £5. So this is an example of these things. It's well known in the community, in the Gran Turismo community, that these roulette tickets are glitched to pretty much everybody gets the worst thing most of the time. It's rare when you get something good there. And of course, the Godzilla in this car here is, you know, this car's nickname is Godzilla. You know, because back in the 90s when this car, well, it's actually the 80s, when the R32 came out, it destroyed the competition so badly it got the nickname Godzilla. So when it went into touring cars and it went into the Australian super touring cars, it destroyed everything. And so it got the nickname the Beast from the East, and of course the Beast from Japan is called Godzilla. So AMS Kung Pao saying undone by someone else. What do you mean undone by someone else? What's been done by somebody else, Kung Pao? Read my last comment before. I did 50 laps of Route X and the car has 50 less horsepower and goes 4 miles per hour by the end of the race, and after I restored the wear I permanently lose 6 horsepower after repairing everything. Yeah, I covered that. Wait, what was the one you said before that? You may need to get the engine overhauled in that Tomahawk. And done by someone else. Yeah, I'm just testing to see what happens when you neglect a car so badly. So I use that car every day to get my daily roulette ticket, the marathon. So I use that car every day. So I just want to see what happens when you neglect the car so badly. You know, what actually happens to the car. You know, will engine break down? But I think you've covered it pretty clearly. All you do is you lose horsepower. Like, you know, I was thinking maybe the engine might misfire or something. What's your Ali's put? Is that a bit of cheese? Are you trying to say that I'm cheesy, Angela? I still haven't had one sip of my coffee here. Well, it's actually a mocha chocolate coffee. Oh, thanks to my new subscribers, by the way. I did have 406. you know, so I gained 3 subscribers. So you know, thanks very much for that. So it's very difficult to try to get traction on you know, on your YouTube channel. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Blow the engine out, catches fire. Yeah, that'd be cool if that was true, Shirality. Yeah, EMS, what's your time on here? Yeah, I better screw the TV down a bit. Oh wait, hold on, that wouldn't have... Of course that was offline, that wouldn't have saved anything, would it? Hold on, sound. Yeah, of course not. Yeah, because obviously when I was playing before, the game was offline. So now that we're back online, everything that I did when the game was offline, nothing got saved. That time that I did, you know, nothing's brought over, because when the game's offline, nothing's saved. So oh, I thought I was doing a 24-hour one there. Yeah, I'm trying to brush up my skills in the Nürburgring Grand Prix track. Because obviously with the Nordschleife, I've been racing that track for, you know, coming up 30 years. I've been racing that track. This track here, so. You know, so I was driving the Behemoth, you know, when the two tracks are together, to try to improve my skill in the Grand Prix track. Because with this track I know it blindfolded. Oh wait, that's got one eye in the track, one eye in the live chat. Thomas is saying, I'm back, unplugged my PS4, going to check now. Yeah, hopefully it's working, Thomas. EMS Kung Pao, the R35 I'm working on getting a 541. Nice, that's extremely, that's a crazy fast time. EMS Kung Pao is also saying, could get a 550 with the R33. You can get slightly faster laps when the track is cooler, like in the morning or twilight. You can set it to night in a time trial. Nuclear Cobra, you might as well join the race on the 24th. All out streetcars on this track. Yeah, you want to go into a lobby and do this? Kung Pao. Cobra's on there. Well, what's happening on the 24th, Cobra? With you're saying Nuclear Cobra's in the live chat, and he's saying you might as well join the race on the 24th. All out streetcar on this track. So is there something happening on the 24th with this game? Shirley's saying, yo Cobra, good to see you. There's a race being organised for the 24th. Who's organising the race, Cobra? Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll join that race as well. I'll live stream it, Cobra. Are you wanting to join a lobby just now? This EMS Kung Pao guy, he's a Nordschleife specialist as well. You know, I had a quick look at his YouTube channel. He's got some. It looks like he's got some world record times on there. I mean, how long were the servers off there? That was about, what, 2.5 hours? What, 2 to 3 hours or something? All right. Well, I'm gonna create a lobby, Cobra, EMS Kung Pao. I'm gonna create a lobby so you can join in there. Oh wait, hold on. I'll put my gamer tag on there. Oh, what's happened here? It's just kicked me out of YouTube. Yeah, so it's road production cars. What's the record EMS? It's for tuned production cars only. Basically no race cars. And this is a very bad thing about Gran Turismo. The servers are terrible. So like you'll see cars glitching all over the map online. Oh, nice one. Thomas is in as well. Well, you're welcome to join us, Thomas. We're going to do a Nordschleifer race here. Oh, and EMS, is it not a case of when the track temperature's cool, the grip's very low? You know, would you not be going slower in cooler temperatures? You can see replays in Gran Turismo 7 of mine. All my times are shared in the game too. Well, yeah, I seen your YouTube channel. It's also on your YouTube channel. I could see you were legit instantly. AMS Kung Pao. When it's cooler, you get more grip in this game. Yeah, there's so many. That's another thing in this game. There's so many things that are backwards to real life. In real life, when the cooler temperatures, you've got way less grip. You've got way less heat in the tires. Kevin Gonzalez, I'm so disappointed that GT7 didn't put any Le Mans cars in the game this month. Yeah, I know. I mean, their car roster is so many years behind. I mean, for example, the GT3 Ferrari that won this year, Le Mans, and the Nürburgring Nordschleife 24 hours. The comparative car in this game is 9 years old. It's the 2014 458 Italia. The R32 Nismo is even slower than the V-Spec maxed out as well, but I do like that they added the R32 Nismo. Regardless, I would still prefer a rear-wheel drive R32 though. Yeah, I mean these cars are just insane. I actually could have bought a R33 GTR. You know, I used to work for Audi in the capital of Scotland, in Edinburgh, and I could have bought this R33 GTR, and it was in midnight purple as well for only £10,000. You know, so but the car was in bad condition. There was rust in the car. The car wasn't running properly. You know, so so the salesman said to me, well, he's the owner of the import company, said to us, he goes, look, I'll get the car fixed for 10 grand. And I says, listen, I says, you know, I'm an expert in these cars. I says, you'll never get this car fixed and still charge me 10 grand for this car. I says this is going to take you know, about 10 grand to get this car working properly. You know, so I pulled away from the car. But you know, in hindsight, if I'd bought that car for £10,000, you know, when was that? That was in 2007. So that was 13. You know, like 16 years ago. You know, like I would be sitting on like 50 grand. I would have, you know, for that same car today, I could sell that, because people in America are buying those cars for just insane money. You know, I'd be sitting on a lot of money if I bought that car. Kevin Gonzalez is saying they could have put a Toyota GT1 or something from that era. Oh, I know, and the Bentley Speed 8 as well. Cars that they had in the old Gran Turismo games. That car would appreciate in value quite a bit. Yeah, you know, in hindsight, you know, the car wasn't good at the time, and I always knew the car would go up in value, but yeah, I just, you know, I didn't have, you know, 10 grand, even though I was making a lot of money at that time. I didn't have 10 grand spare really to invest in that car, but in hindsight, I'd be sitting on 5 times the value just now. So it would have been a great investment. That car would appreciate in value quite a bit, absolutely, and they are, and they're only going to go. It's only going to go up. It's appreciating every year at a crazy rate, for good reason as well. Kevin Gonzalez is saying they could have put the Corvette that won in the game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these, you know, this is the Gran Turismo's ahead in so many ways, but it's behind in so many other ways. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'll look at your storefront with your replays as well, Kung Pao, before I end this live stream. And Surality in here, I'll look at his paintings as well. As I said, you know, his color matching from the real, whatever he's painting in real life, say it's the Batman logo, is absolutely or the Gulf livery, you know, are absolutely perfect. You know, he can replicate the colours perfectly, so I don't know how he does it, because that's one thing I really struggle with in the paint job, in the livery section. And it's not just me. Like, if you type in Gulf, in fact we'll do that, in fact, before we go to Surality's storefront. If you type in the Gulf livery in this game, you'll see like hundreds, if not thousands, come up. And if you look at all of the different colours of them, you know, it's insane. You know, I'm a Nordschleifer specialist. You know, like, but this guy that's coming in here is an expert. So I'm going to get destroyed here. But again, you know, practice makes perfect. You know, so. You know, obviously, Kung Pao here, you know, like he's clearly you know, somebody who invests a lot of time in this game, you know, and I invest as much time as I can in this game. You know, but you're going to see the difference between an expert and a special. You know, like I'm obviously there's different levels. There's the people at the top, then there's the then there's the fast guys. There's the really fast guys, then there's the fast guys, then there's the, you know, the average people, you know, and then you go down into the really slow people. You know, so this guy that's in here, he's at the top. You know, this guy's at the top. You know, I'm somewhere. You know, I'm not far away from there, but you know, you're going to see the difference between like a top player. And you know, like a really fast player. You're going to see the different levels coming in here. So again, if you look at my YouTube channel, you know, you can see I'm a top 100 in the world driver, you know, in loads of different racing games. I got challenged on this game in Gran Turismo, and on one of the lap time challenges I got 400 in the world at the Fuji track in some super formula car. So I was like, basically I was being called slow So I was like, right, okay, I'll throw down a time. So I threw down a time and I got 400 in the world at the end of the competition. I think I was 86 in the world when I first entered into it. But you know, over time, your time goes down and down and down. So by the end, I got 400 in the world at this game, and that, again, that's verified on my YouTube channel as well. You know, so the people that were calling me slow, they very quickly shut their mouths. But you're going to see the difference between like a top level player here and a really fast driver. But you know, I'm 40. Well, I'm 44 this month coming up. I'll be 44 soon. You know, I'll be 44 this month. You know, so like obviously for me to put that time and commitment into time attack, you know, into hot lapping. You know, I don't really. I'm not saying I'm past it, but you know, I'm you know, to get these top times that you're going to see here from Kung Pao, you know, at the very top of the game, it's so difficult to get to keep that level of pace, the time and commitment needed. You know, I just don't really have that in me anymore. Well, I don't have the motivation. Like, for example, when I went 400 in the world at this game, you know, like a few months back, you know, I was challenged, so I basically had to prove my skill level, and you know, so obviously that took me a lot of time and commitment, and you know, basically, unless someone challenges us, you know, I just basically play for fun now. But as I said, you're going to see the difference between you know, a top level driver here and a really fast driver. So this Kung Pao guy, he's at the top of the game here. You know, and, you know, I'm going to get destroyed, but we'll see what happens to them. Oh yeah, Nuclear Cobra's in the live chat as well. He's a really fast driver as well. You know, so so he destroys me as well. But you know, again, I you know, he puts a lot more time in the game than I do, but that's not taken away from his skill level. You know, he's extremely talented. Shiralty saying, did Sabrina Schmidt portrait on the hood of the M3? That's right, yeah. And you know, again, your colour matching's just amazing, Shiralty. Let's see. So I better tell people this is road cars only. Yeah, so people will say, "Oh, you're already making excuses for going to lose it." I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying exactly how it is, you know. I mean, I've seen AMS's YouTube channel, and basically he's got world records on there. So you're going to see like a world record driver here, a world record, yeah, world record driver here, driving in a minute. So road cars only. Yeah. Live streaming. So when you tell people that you're live streaming, they normally drive clean. You know, they don't want to be shamed on the internet live streaming. So drive clean. Oh, Cobra's way to get something to eat. He'll be back. Maybe I'll make it after. Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, Cobra's a really, really fast driver as well. Look at, you know, this is something I love about this game. As I said, there's so many bad things about this game, but there's loads of good things as well. I mean, look at this car here. You know, I hate this car in real life. You know, this is an example of a modern piece of junk that Toyota or Subaru or Scion or whatever that thing is. But you know, that guy really customized it, you know, to make it look good. But there's an example. There's an old 90s car. Look at that thing. I mean, that Toyota or Subaru or whatever that thing was that you had out before. You know, I love this game because you can see other people's. You can see other people's creations and how they tune and paint their cars. You know, so that's an amazing aspect of this game. But I mean, you can see the difference there between, you know, like a modern car, and an old 90s car. You can see that Subaru just was so cool. Right. I'll head off. Well, you head off then. We've got a Porsche GT3 as well. Hold on, can we get the names off the cars? Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, that's something I love about this game. You know, you can see other people's cars in this game. You know, and how they tune them and what body kits they put on them. You know, so it fascinates me to see, you know, something that I would never do to a car, but somebody else will do it. And then, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, that looks amazing, I'm going to do that as well. It's race start in 5 minutes. Race starts in 5 minutes. Well, there's a perfect example of. I was saying, there's an old 90s car, and look at that. That thing's more beautiful, in my opinion, than the crap that's being made today. I mean, look at that thing. That thing's what, 90? You know, that's an old 90s car. I don't know when the Subaru Impreza was first launched. It was early 90s. And look, that car hasn't dated at all today. Yeah, and look at the front headlights in that car. Look at the front headlights of that car. How beautiful they are compared to the crap we have today. Do you see the curves in them, the styling of them? And again, that's an early 90s car. Not that car in particular, but the Subaru, that mark of Subaru Impreza came out in the early 90s. And look at those headlights, for example. Today they're one of the most beautiful headlights ever made. Again, one of the most beautiful cars ever made. And of course this car, this Nismo, when it was first released, held the, well, basically all Skylines when they were first released, they all held the production, the world's fastest production car record on the Nordschleife. What group are you on, BJ? Road cars. Yeah, so this is the first time I've driven the Nismo GTR. You know, so I'll have to work on the tune. Maybe AMS can share some of the tune as well. I know Cobra's got a good tune in this car as well. When he comes in. What AMS is saying, the three of the most beautiful cars ever, in my opinion, were made in about the same few years. The 1970 Porsche 917K. The Ferrari 330 P4 and the 1967 Jaguar XJ13. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, the reason those cars are so beautiful, Compound, is because back in those days there was no regulations. Like, it said that the most beautiful car of all time is the Lamborghini Miura. So like, you know, the car, and not just that, but the start of any movie, they reckon that well, I read somewhere in some, was it an IMDb or something? I can't remember now. But the Italian job where you have the Italian mafia boss driving his Lamborghini Miura, you know, 1966 Miura or whatever year it was, you know, in the Alps, and then obviously, you know, a rival boss or somebody assassinates him. And you know, the car's blown up and thrown over a cliff. They say that intro to a movie is the best ever, where you have, like, you know, some of the best scenery in the, well, yeah, absolutely, well, it's debatable. You know, there's so many beautiful places in the world, but it's definitely up there. You've got one of the most beautiful locations in the world, you've one of the most beautiful cars in the world, and you've got like a great plot as well, where you're having a Italian mafia boss being assassinated. So they reckon that that's one of the best intros to a movie ever. It was actually voted the best in the review that I saw. You know, just the whole combination of everything. The intro, it's the best intro to a movie. You know, but that was like, that's a long time ago I read that review, so it might have been surpassed now. But the reason that those cars are so beautiful is because there was no regulations back then, so you could have the headlights wherever you wanted, right down on the ground. You know, nowadays they have to be a certain distance from the ground. You know, so like with those cars in particular, you know, they were designed with just to be the most beautiful and the most aerodynamic, you know, as low to the ground, you know, as they can. And that's why these cars will never be replicated again. It's because the regulations, you know, there's too many regulations now where they have to be a certain, the headlights have to be a certain distance from the ground, and etc, 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 you know. You have to have all of these airbags and security features, and you have to have these safety regulations. So they're so heavy now. You know, the cars will never be what they used to be, and that's why these old classic cars are worth so much money. Right, starting the race now, guys. You know, these old cars are way more expensive than new cars. You know, for good reason. And there's so many different reasons and aspects that come into that equation. You know, the aesthetics of the car is just one of them. You know, the looks of the car is just one of them. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that guy. Sorry, dude. Look at that R34 as well, man. Another... Oh, that car's 2000, I think, is it? No, I think that's a 90s... That came out in 99, the R34. Yeah, the R34 is a 90s car as well. Yeah. So you can see you've got some Nordschleife with specialists. You know, most people stay away from this track because it's so difficult. But the people that stay and race this track are normally experts, are normally specialists. So this car's got a lot of understeer, and we're going to have to try and fix that. Oh. And it goes into snap oversteer. Oh, I was looking at the live chat there. Someone's commented and I can't read it. Something about 2 Germans in the lobby. These guys are fast. Overdriving. Yeah, just trying to stick with that Lamborghini Aventador there.
Yeah, so this Nismo GTR that I'm driving, it's got a lot of understeer, but then it's got snap oversteer as well. So for I lift off the accelerator, it's got lift off oversteer. And as you can see there, you know, you come into understeer and oversteer in that last corner there. And I had to get completely off the throttle. See what I mean there? The car's got understeer and then it's got snap oversteer. Yeah, I'll have to get a tune off of Cobra for this car. I know Cobra's got a really good tune. I think it might be on his YouTube channel actually. Yeah, so as I said, there's a difference between, you know, like top level driver and a really fast driver. You know, 17 seconds, but you know, I did get into a bit of a fight with that Nismo R34 as well. At the start that cost us a lot of time, you know, I hit him by accident and I had to give him his place back, you know, so that cost us some time. But yeah, good race, Kung-Pao. You know, I could tell by your YouTube channel, you know, your skill level. You're at the top of your game, so. But yeah, I'm shocked that we got the game back so quickly, considering the last time the game broke. What's it called? Look at this guy, Pilot Chris 777. This guy can't drive. The man just crashed. Yeah, I was looking at the live chat. That's why I crashed. BJ, one of them left. What's better than Nismo GTR or normal GTR? Well, I would say the Nismo it's you know, it's race prepared. I could get a 547 if my first gear wasn't so long because I'm using a time trial setup. And my start is slow. Yeah, that's the same thing. You know, first gear. Again, that's going back to the first Gran Turismo. You know, you would always have the long gear as a performance gear. What else is there? We got 2 Germans. Should I come too? Yeah. It's on live, so anyone can join. It's open to the public. So it's like trying to read what that comment was saying, and you know, I smashed. But look at these guys in the comment section. This guy can't drive. Man just crashed. I mean, you know, you always get the haters. You know, it's but you know, this guy's actually you know, for somebody trolling. You know, this guy's actually a lot smarter than the rest of them, because most of them use swear words and YouTube stops them from actually commenting. You know, and then it tells me in the comment section in the live chat, do I want to allow this comment? And of course it's a no, because it's just full of swear words. You know, so like YouTube's got a blocker on there where nobody can swear. You know, it's got all of the protection for the live chat there. Right, we'll call that a warm-up race. Yeah, so that's exactly how I predicted it was going to happen. You know, I mean, that was just a really. I'm going to save the replay, in fact, for that. Hold on. Yeah, so Kung Pao was saying he wasn't using NOS. So yeah, that's good, because obviously he's doing time attack, so he's not using the nitrate. He's not using the nitrous, you know, because obviously he's going for a world record. I could get the Nismo is faster for the 2017 GTR by about 3 seconds, maxed out at Nordschleife. BJ saying, why does the GTR have a fake sound? Yeah, there's so many cars in this game that have got a really bad sound. It's just some of them are fake. Right, you up for a rematch?
Who else is in here? Yeah, Cobra, he'll be coming in soon. He's a really quick driver. Yeah, and the other thing about the sound of this game, it's like when you're watching a replay back, like if you've got 20 cars on track, when one car goes past the camera, shortly after it passes the camera, it switches off, the volume of the car goes away, and then when you've got a close up, then basically another car will come and you'll get the engine volume for that one. Then once that one passes the camera just a little bit, the sound goes from really loud to just nothing. So like the sound effects in the replay are way off as well. And like when the camera's got a close up of the front of the engine, when there's like a moving cam next to like a drone cam next to the car, you can't hear the engine at all. You can hear the wind noise, but you can't hear the engine. And then as soon as the drone flips from the front of the car to the rear of the car, you get like this loud engine noise and exhaust noise. So basically you can't hear the engine of the car screaming. So like the sound's way off in this game. Not just with it not sounding like anywhere near the car in real life. Well, I'm going to stick with the Nismo because I'm going to try and fix the tune. Do you have any tips for the tune for this car? Maybe let's stiffen the suspension up a little bit. Put that down to 20. It's got some lift off oversteer in the car. Yeah, I would say get the Nismo BJ. BJ's asking, is the Nismo worth buying? Yeah, definitely. As Kung Pao was saying there, yes, it's the fastest street car in the game currently. Right, you ready for it's not really a rematch. I'm going to get hammered again, but I don't know what you mean by that, BJ. I don't smoke. I've got enough bad habits without smoking. AMS is saying my Nismo R35 has minimum ride height, maximum roll bars, and damping 2 front, frequency 3.9 rear, 1.5, 2.5 camber and 0. Yeah, I'll try that actually then. Yeah, and do you get the lift off oversteer with your car? AMS.
All right, I already put the camber to rear 2.5. I didn't want to go into big jumps. You know, I'll just kind of do one thing at a time. But obviously, seeing your tune, I'll take your input immediately. Are you ready to race again, AMS? Grid Legends. Yeah, that game. I did there's a review in that game on my channel, and you know, they took the great old grid game, and they took the hero from the Taka, and they made him a villain in that game. Yeah, so I can't. And plus, it's an arcade game as well. You know, it's a really cartoony looking game. Yeah, that car's beautiful, EMS. Yeah, that car that you're driving, my generation, you know, people in their 40s, hold on a sec. BG, and they don't have a normal GTR in that game. Yeah, exactly. I'll just start the race. Yeah, so like they basically destroyed that game. That's what they did. That Grid Legends. It went free to play for a reason. Nobody bought the game. Everybody hated it. It's arcade handling. They took the hero from the old game and they turned him into the villain in that game. You know, so the good guy who watched his father being killed by a maniac in the first game on the racetrack turns out to be the bad guy in this game. They went again, go woke, go broke. You know, they pushed a woke agenda with that game, and they paid the price for it. Just like, you know, you can see it everywhere. The companies that have these push the woke agenda. You know, that game went free to play for a reason. Oh, we'll do a restart. We'll restart it, AMS. Man, it's cool to see an R33 on the track as well. Yes, that's the thing. You know, when you're driving on the limit like that, you know, like you can see their AMS. He's got, you know, he's chasing the world record for this this track. You know, when you're on the edge like that, you know, the slightest little mistake, you're into the wall. You know, it's you know, so to the hater in the comment section, you know, this guy's you know, got world records in this game, and you know, even he smashed. So it's but yeah, enough of the trolls. Yeah, my car's got a lot of lift off oversteer. You know, still, so I'm gonna have to fiddle with the differential. Yeah, with that. The story with actors was also great though. Well, you know, basically you don't. The story with the actors is they don't even mention your name in the game. You're known as Driver 22, and then in the end you lose your race seat to some other driver. You know, so it's a ludicrous story. You know, so but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You know, that's my opinion. The game's rubbish. The story's rubbish. You know, they destroyed the game in my opinion, and that's why it went free to play as well.
Yeah, so obviously my car's a lot quicker than AMS's. That's the reason, you know, I'm sticking with them a little bit. You know, I've got a significant advantage. Sorry guys, I can't read the live chat just now. I'm trying to concentrate. Oh man alive. That's what I'm saying, you know, the car's got understeer one minute and then it's got snap oversteer like that the next. I'm putting my brakes to the front to try and stabilise the car a bit as well. You know, I don't want the rear to be locking up. It's pretty unstable under the brakes. You know, when you lift off the accelerator as well. Oh yeah, we need to work on this tune. Yeah, so I'll try and fix that lift off oversteer. I think I'll have to try and alright, Cobra's in mention. Alright, I'm hyped for the crew. Yeah, the new Lamborghini, was it Revolto, is in that game. You know, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Oh, I thought I seen a 24-hour there. And GT7 is still the best game in my opinion. Yeah, I suppose it is with the current field. BJ saying I'm hyped for the Crew Motorfest. It's going to be out in September. Yeah, that does look good as well. Yeah, so as I said earlier on, you know, you're seeing the difference between a top driver and a, you know, and a fast driver. EMS, you can make a new setting sheet and apply all of my settings and try it out. Yeah, well, have you got your tune posted to your YouTube channel, EMS? I can get it off of there. Yeah, I'd rather deal with the understeer than the snap oversteer. I'll try this out. Well, that'd be cool if you could share that. I know Cobra's got a really good tune for this Nismo. I'll get some tips off of Cobra as well. Maybe lower first a little bit. But that's good racing with you, EMS. You know, getting to see an R33 get driven that hard as well as you know the way it's meant to be. You'll get seeing an R33 driving at the top level. That was awesome to see. Where is it? Replay. Save that replay. That's another thing I like to do is as well save the replay, and then you can see you know how the other drivers drive. But you know, with this game. Like I'll show you after. In fact, with this game, when you're looking at somebody else's replay, the car's glitching all over the place. You know, it's not in the same place. You know, it moves backwards and forwards. You know, so it's always twitching. You know, again, the servers are just really bad in this game. Alright, Cobra can't hear just now. His audio's plugged into his PS5. Are you want to talk in party chat, Cobra? Or EMS? Yeah, I'll send you a friend request after this race as well, EMS, because obviously when I do anything in the live stream it pops up with that blue smiley faces crap, you know, it goes into that blue screen. Right, you guys ready to race? Oh, what group? I just seen your comment now, BJ. What Group 3 car is the best? Well, it depends if you want a handling car or a speed car. If you want a handling car, I would say the Volkswagen Beetle. You know, it's the best. I know it sounds crazy, but I think that's the best handling car in the class. But if you want the car for top speed, I would say the BMW M5, no, M6. I think that's probably the best for speed. Or the Toyota Supra's another good one for speed. You know, they all have different characteristics. You know, one of them's, you know, one's a good handling car, one's yeah, I suppose that's a good point. The Subaru GT300 it's got good speed and it's got good handling for doing sports. Oh, how you doing, Vern? Yeah, so Yeah, but the Subaru's not as fast in a straight line as the Supra, and it's not as fast in a straight line as the M6, and it's not as good handling as the Volkswagen Beetle. You know, like there's cars at the extreme ends of both of them. But yeah, when you compare like the Supra to the Subaru GT300, you know, the Supra's a bit slower, but it's significantly better handling. Yeah, so yeah, Kung Pao's right. The Subaru's probably the best GT3 car, all round. AMS, at least it was pre 1.31, but I haven't driven it in a couple of months. Vern Beam Sports says, I'm good. Oh, that's good. Good to hear that, Vern. Give Lego a cuddle for me as well, your wee dog. Maxed out the Subaru GT300 can go 250 mph by itself. Man, that's crazy. I'll have to check that out. Good shout out there, AMS Kung Pao. Are you guys ready to race? Too busy looking at the live chat now. See, why don't they have they've got all of this crap here. Why don't they have one say, are you ready to race? Is everybody ready? Alright, it's Cobra still tuning, okay. Kung Pao, is that a chicken? Yeah, it must be. See, there's nothing here to say, are you ready to race? It's like the most common question is, are you ready to start? You know, are you ready to race? It's got all of this crap here, but not the most important one. You know, so like you don't want to start a race if nobody's ready, if not everybody's ready. That's stupid. Stupid. It's a type of spicy Chinese meal made from chicken, yes. Oh man, that snap oversteer's crazy, man. What's going on in Amsterdam in August, VJ? Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not talking. Driving at this pace, it's almost impossible to talk and even maintain a pace like this. But it's a skill I keep on saying it's a skill I'm going to have to learn, because other people can do it on YouTube. I've still got my kitchen window open here to try and cool down, and it's really hot in Scotland just now. Obviously the midges are getting in. The Scottish midges is kind of like a mosquito, except they're much smaller, and I'm pretty sure their bite's just as big. Hold on, I'll be back guys, I'm going to close that window.
Yeah, good race. Oh wait, what's in the? Yeah, Vern hates Nordschleife. Vern's racing with no assists. Yeah, you're quicker that way once you once you get used to it. BG saying, are you all going to Amsterdam in August? Nope, but what's on in Amsterdam? Vern saying, no, I'm going to stay home in Idaho in August. Idaho, isn't that in the US? The GT, yeah, it is in the US. The GT World Series Showdown 2023 will take place there. Alright, yeah, I don't think I have the time to put in, the practice to go there. And plus I've got a controller. What do you use AMS? Are you controller or steering wheel? I mean, it looks like you use a wheel, but there's a lot of fast drivers that look like they've got a wheel, but they're actually control pad. Commander Theo Pro. Yo, Commander, what's up? Oh, that's a good wheel. I had a T150 and it just disintegrated on us, AMS. But yeah, I'm going to try and get another wheel. It's just, I'm not working just now, so obviously can't afford a wheel. Commander saying I hear a microphone today. Yeah, well, what happened was, AMS Kung Pao, he was chasing a world record for this track. I'm sure he'll get it as well. Like a low 5 minutes in a production car, for the Nordschleife. And the server's just shut down. Guys, I've got to head off just now. AMS, I was on controller on GT Sport but switched to wheel midway through the year last year. Did you try the Silvio in the lobbies at all? No, but that thing's a monster. Yeah, Commander gave us a really good heads up on a Nissan Silvia with a Corvette, turbocharged Corvette engine. But yeah, guys, I have to go just now, but I'll be back. Yeah, the microphone. Yeah, I'll have to do more live streams when I'm talking, but it's like when I listen to the live streams back, it's like I think everybody's like this. They don't understand that they sound, their voice sounds completely different. So with each new live stream, it's like, right, I'm going to talk more clearly, I'm going to talk more precisely, etc, etc. I'm trying to improve the quality, but you've got to start somewhere, I guess. So like yeah, just gonna have to build them. I'm a very confident person, and I'm a very confident talker. I'm trained to speak publicly as well. But like when it's completely different with a live stream where there's nobody talking back, or you can't see the people you're talking to other than a small live chat thing. So but yeah, I'll have to the more live streams I do, the better I'll get at them. The more confident I'll get. But yeah, it's definitely weird not talking, talking and nobody talking back to you other than in comments there. My mic sounds pretty bad, so I have to apply so many audio filters for it to sound decent. Yeah, I've only got the wee earbud for the PlayStation, so it's like really crap. It's actually the biggest complaint I have on the channel, is the mic quality. And not just that, but when I'm racing, they can't hear my voice over the engine, so I turn the volume right down in the engine so people can hear me. But anyway, guys, I have to go. So it was nice meeting you all, and I'm glad Gran Turismo didn't go down for 2 days like the last time. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later on. I've got to go just now. But right, speak to you soon, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for the support, guys. And that was well, save that replay. Definitely learn from these top guys.
Right, anyway guys, I'm out of here. Bye.